Now we're going to solve a few word problems, a few applied problems that have to do with linear equations as we solve them here. So we get a lot of problems that involve geometry. When you do that, I recommend you draw a picture, and we have certain geometry formulas to use. So this one says, John's rectangular yard is 110 feet longer than it is wide. It has a perimeter of 1,220 feet. How long is it? Okay, so we're talking about a rectangle. Let's draw a picture. Okay, and it says it's 110 feet longer than the width. So I'm going to go ahead and label. We've got the width, and then the longer side is going to be the width plus 110. It's 110 feet longer than the width. And then your perimeter, it's 2L plus 2W, but I always say you don't have to memorize a formula for the perimeter of any object. Perimeter is just when you add up the outsides. Okay, so if you go around, you're going to get W plus L plus W plus L, you get 2L plus 2W. So the perimeter, the formula is that it's 2L plus 2W, but we're given in the problem that it's 1,220 feet. So we have that 1,220 is equal to 2L plus 2W. In order to solve it, we can do substitution. We know L is W plus 110, so we get the equation 1,220 is equal to 2 times the quantity, W plus 110 plus 2W. And we have a linear equation like we've been solving. You can distribute the 2 and get 1,220 is equal to 2W plus 220, doing 2 times the W and 2 times 110, plus the extra 2W that we had in the formula. That's equal to equivalent to the equation 1,220 is equal to 4W. We have 2W plus 2W there, plus 220. Subtract the 220. We have very nice numbers on this problem. We get 1,000 is equal to 4W. Divide by 4 and you get 250 feet. Always include your units on the applied problems. Your width is 250 feet. And always make sure you answer the question. Okay? It would be common to ask for both dimensions. This one says how long is it? We found the width. We need to know how long it is. We do that L is W plus 110. Okay, so we take our answer 250 plus 110 and we get 360 feet. The length is 360 feet. Okay, let's do two more of these types of problems. Here's one where we're talking about the number of gold medals in the Olympics. In the 2016 Summer Olympics, the United States won 19 more gold medals than Great Britain. The two countries won a total of 73 gold medals. How many gold medals did each country win? Okay, and I know you could go and Google that. That's actually where I got the numbers from to write the problem, right? We could answer the question in different ways, but this is all about learning to use algebra to do this type of thing, because there's lots of settings where you have limited information, but you try to use algebra to solve it. Okay, so in our problem here, let's get some variables. We have two unknowns that we're looking for here. We want to know how many gold medals did the U.S. win. So let's let X be the number of U.S. golds. Let's let Y be the number of Britain golds. Okay, we used to use the pound symbol, the hashtag symbol as you call it now. That stands for number, right? That's what it was when I was growing up. We've got X is the number of U.S. golds, and Y is going to be the number of Great Britain's golds. Okay, so what do we know? We need a couple of equations since we have two variables. We have that the U.S. won 19 more golds than Great Britain. So if we take Great Britain's Y gold medals and add 19, we would get X, right? X, the number won by the U.S., will be Y plus 19, Great Britain's number plus 19. And we know that if we add X and Y together, we get 73. The two countries won a total of 73 gold medals. So technically we're solving a system of linear equations here, and one method is what's called substitution. You isolate one variable, substitute into the other equation. So we have X plus Y is 73, but we know X is Y plus 19, so we get Y plus 19 plus Y is 73. And that's our linear equation that we can solve. We get 2Y plus 19 equals 73. Subtract 19 from both sides. 73 minus 19 is 54, so we get 2Y equals 54. Divide both sides by 2, and you get Y is 27. Okay? So that's the number of gold medals won by Great Britain. To get the U.S., you add 19 to that, and you get 46. Okay? So the U.S. won 46 golds, and Great Britain won 27 gold medals in the 2016 Summer Olympics. Okay, one more. This one's a little more abstract, but the sum of three consecutive even integers is 36. What are the three numbers? Okay? Consecutive means they come in a row, right? And if we had consecutive numbers, we could use X, X plus 1, X plus 2, X plus 3, and so forth. If we're doing evens or odds, we have to add multiples of 2, right? If say you're at 50, the next even would be 52, the next would be 54, and so forth. So three consecutive Even numbers would be x, x plus 2, and x plus 4 if we don't know what the numbers are. We've got x, the next even number would be x plus 2, the next would be x plus 4. We're going to add those up and get 36, so that's our equation. Okay? If we drop our parentheses now, we've got x plus x would be 3x, and then 2 plus 4 would be 6. So 3x plus 6 equals 36. Subtract 6 from both sides, 3x equals 30. Divide both sides by 3, and we get x equals 10. And then we would have x plus 2 and x plus 4. So 10, 12, and 14 would be the three numbers we're looking for. Okay? They add up. You can check there. They're three consecutive even numbers, 10, 12, and 14. And if you add those up, you get 36. You might be able to solve that by a guess and check method since the numbers aren't terribly large, but there's how we can use algebra to solve this problem.